Terry the Tree Frog in the Temperate Rainforest by Annabelle, Sid, and Vanessa. Terry the Tree Frog woke up one winter morning feeling that something was wrong. He got out of bed, took a shower, put on his best black suit, and went to see what felt amiss about today. He hopped out of his tree and saw his friend Sammy the Pacific Salamander in a panic. "What's wrong, Sammy?" "There's something wrong with Billy the Black Bear." "Take me to him." Sammy led Terry to Billy's den and saw Billy lying on the ground in pain. "What happened to Billy?" "It was him. He's a monster." Who was it, Billy?" Billy fell back asleep with slow breathing. "Do you know what happened, Sammy?" "No, I saw him like this and tried to get help. Suddenly, the western red cedar tree outside began to talk. You can still save him if you act fast." "How?" "He's been poisoned, but an antidote can be made from the sickest spruce needles, Douglas fir bark, Oregon oxus leaves, and purified water from the holy well. You can make it if you leave now." "We need to help Billy. I'll go get the ingredients for the antidote, and you stay with him." "Okay, but be careful. This whole situation feels off. Who would want to poison Billy in the first place?" "I don't know, but I intend to find out." Terry hops to the Douglas firs, but when he gets there, he hears rustling leaves and stops. "Who's there?" "Come out now." A giant gray wolf sprints out from behind a tree trunk and lunges for Terry's neck with his sharp fangs. Terry jumps out of the way and pulls out his poisonous dart gun out to fire at the wolf. The first 2 shots miss, but the next 2 connect on the wolf's legs. The wolf tries to run, but he falls back down. Terry jumps on the wolf and sees a silver fang tattoo on his neck. "The Silver Fang Gang? What are they doing here?" The wolf groaned. "You'll never stop them, no matter how hard you try." "Stop who? What are they planning?" The wolf started to laugh, and then passed out from the poison. Terry cuts off a piece of the fire-resistant bark of the Douglas fir, and then went to find the needles of a Sitka spruce. But he saw another black bear lying on the ground. "Hey, are you okay?" "First Billy and now this bear? Something is very wrong." Terry began to try and roost the bear, but she was lights out. Looking around, he saw someone familiar. Antonio the raccoon. "Terry, thank goodness you're here. I keep finding bears passed out through the forest, and I don't know what to do." "Antonio, I've been seeing the same thing, and I don't know how this can happen. You should ask the old crow on the top of the holy well if he knows anything." "I will. I'm heading there now." Terry collected the wax-covered needles from the Sitka spruce and waited for the Oregon oxus leaves to open for the sunlight. As he was hopping through the forest collecting the ingredients, he saw many more bears passed out. It's still summer, so this can't be about hibernation, and if bears continue to pass out, the food chain will be thrown out of place. Terry started running to the holy well and noticed large amounts of fog in the rainforest. There was more than usual. Terry reached the holy well. The eternal flame was next to it, and fog covered the whole area. He saw the old crow on the top of the well. "Old crow, I need to know what's happening to the bears." "Old crow?" Suddenly, the old crow fell from the holy well, and Terry noticed the bite marks on his neck. All around him, wolves appeared, the Silver Fang Gang. Terry tried to run to avoid being cornered, but with the first step he took, he was stuck in moss. Terry struggled in the moss trying to escape, but then he heard a laugh coming from behind the well. "Who's there? Who's the one behind the problems in the forest?" Creeping from behind the well, the one who showed up was Antonio? "Antonio, what are you doing here?" "Haha, it was me all along." "Antonio, but why? Why would you want to poison the bears? This forest is pathetic. We let the bears control the top of the food chain while the other species all starve and scavenge for their food. I'm going to change this place. I'll kill all the bears and become king of the temperate rainforest." "But how? How did all the bears get poisoned?" "Haha, it was the fog. I mixed in a special poison in the fog. All the bears will be dead before the day ends." "Not if I stop you." "You can try, but I led you here on purpose. I knew you'd be my biggest threat. No matter how skilled you are, you can't take on the Silver Fang Gang." Terry looked around and saw 7 gray wolves all around him closing in. He only had one chance to get out of this alive. Terry ripped through the moss with his pocket knife. He dodged 2 of the wolves' synchronized attacks. Antonio was right. He couldn't fight all 7 of them at once, but he could still win. He kept dodging the wolves' claws and jaws until he grabbed a branch. Terry ran with the branch to the internal flame and lit the branch on fire. The wolves backed up a little. Fire was always the wolves' weakness. Terry dragged the flame around the area, creating a circle around him and Antonio, while the Silver Fang Gang ran away. No, this wasn't how it was supposed to happen." Terry walked up to the cowering raccoon and tied him up with vines. "I'll come for you. I'll destroy your life. The only thing you'll be destroying is the toilet after Taco Tuesday." "No!" After the fire was extinguished, Terry made the antidote and distributed it to all the bears in the forest. Billy was waking up again and looked healthy. How can I ever repay you, Terry? You can make me a blueberry pie. Dedication page. Only 7 temperate rainforests are located around the world and are significant for natural resource preserves, the potential for sustainable lifestyles, and the housing of some of the oldest organisms. Human threats affect the environment and expose the ecosystem to biodiversity loss and deforestation. In this case, the book demonstrates the effects of hunting and poaching in the temperate rainforest and how it can affect the ecosystem.